this is Belinda Rosenblum here. I am going to be talking today. Well, first off, welcome to all of our replay viewers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Berndero. Thank you for joining. And CI Deck 35, awesome. Welcome aboard. I'm talking about such an important topic today, so please share this with all of your followers. Tell everybody that you know, because this is just so important for us to talk about. First off, I want to talk about that, right, which is the rebound that's just happened today in the stock market. It's back up 600 points. And even with that, hey there, Kevin, even with that, you know, when we talk about the emotions driving the market, this is how people are feeling. It's extreme fear. Do you see that? That's the emotion that's driving the market right now. Over to me. Hi there. Okay. My name is Belinda Rosenblum. Hello there, Rez K. Barca. Love it, love it, love it. Welcome, everybody. I should probably do a quick intro. So my name is Belinda Rosenblum, and I run a company called Own Your Money. And when you learn how to own your money, you learn how to pay attention to all the things that you can control and not get as caught up in all the things that you can't. Holy cow, hello from Egypt. That is so cool. I want sometime to do a tour around the world and visit all the people that are my fans and followers and clients, because I swear, I just shipped a book to Pakistan 2 weeks ago, and I've had clients in Japan and Australia and now Egypt. That is so fun. Well, welcome, welcome. So you probably still too are trying to figure out what's going on with our US stock markets as well. So please swipe to the side, swipe up, share this. Yay, thank you. Share this, because this is just information that everyone needs to have, because people are freaking out. You saw people are in extreme fear right now. And I'm going to do a quick scope today. On the East Coast, it's 4:43. Start my little timer here because I have to go do kid pickup. One of the things about being an entrepreneur and really being a lifestyle entrepreneur is that my kids really matter to me, and I'm in charge of pickup. So there we go. So we're going to give you the fastest tidbits that you need. So be sure to share this now, and if you like it towards the end, then I'll remind you again and we can share it again, because then that way they can access the replay. And I say this because it is just all over right now in terms of how scared people are. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to, honestly, less my clients and more my family members or just other people that have been noticing what's been going on. And, you know, in total, hold on, I was just looking at it. It was something like the markets have lost $2.1 trillion in 6 days. That is something to be concerned about. Like, I totally get that. And I'm going to give you 3 tips today to help you weather this roller coaster, because it was down the end of last week, and then Monday, Tuesday, and then today just rebounded 4%. So the first one that we're going to talk about is pay attention to your emotions. You know, I showed you earlier that the country is in extreme fear. Well, when we're in extreme fear, what do we need to do? We need to just start by breathing. Let's do it together now. You ready? Breathe in, hold for 5, and then breathe out. We need more oxygen to our brain. We need more oxygen to our bodies. And we need to remind ourselves of these things that we're going to talk about today. And part of it is really starting to, I'm just going to shift you over here a little bit for slightly better light, maybe. There we go. Okay. Okay, cool. Is really starting to pay attention to, you know, really what is it that you're worried about exactly? Because so much of the time we worry, but it's not really serving us to do the worrying. So why is it that, it says a portion of this broadcast won't be available for replay later. I don't know why, but it's okay. We'll just keep going through it. If I have to, I'll do it again. Because really, money that you need in the next 5 to 7 years shouldn't actually be in the market. This is just a reminder, really. And if it's in there, then I understand, and we'll weather this through, and I'm going to tell you what to do in that case. So if you need money for something short term, I want you to look first at your cash that's already available and what else you could be generating in the meantime, because you need that money, and then let go of the part that has you stressing about it. I wrote a book here. It's called Self-Worth to Net Worth. Okay, I don't know if you can see it right side up or backwards or what, but Self-Worth to Net Worth, and it's at selfworthbook.com. Again, that looks backwards to me. Maybe it's right size to you. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments there. And I had actually had a client. I just want to read you really quick because it's so right on track with this, and it's going to lead us to point 2 that I want to make, right? So point 1 was pay attention to your emotions. Are you in that extreme fear? How do we start to breathe through that? Then I want to read you a quick passage here, and then we're going to get to point 2 because they're very related. A client of mine, Patricia, was 55 years old when the stock market plunged in 2008 and her investments dropped over 40%. She let her emotions get the better of her, and she sold over 70% of her assets at the depressed price. Then, within the next year, Patricia kept her money in cash, thus missing the rally. She compounded her shameful self-talk by not trusting herself to sell before the market plummeted, as she had now associated with this new shame on missing the rally. Do you see how she was holding on to the shame from before, and then she was adding to that shame by selling when she really shouldn't have sold? And then all of this blocked her from taking advantage of the upturn because she had already locked in those losses out of panic. In Patricia's case, it was a matter of separating out the reality of the situation and recognizing that she did the best she could with the information that she had. So the two of us worked on her self-forgiveness and accepting what is, which is this chapter 4, so that she could once again make smart, unemotional decisions with her investments and other assets. So that gets to point 2 here. So point 2 is, now is actually the time to hold or even buy. But I don't want you to sell. Okay, and it's good news today that it rallied 600 points because that means that some people are buying and it's forcing the prices up. That's how that happens. You don't actually lose money. People say, oh, I lost this money in the market. You don't actually lose money until you sell. That's when you realize the losses. Until then, they're unrealized, and it's all a part of the valuation that the stock market has. So I want you to get perspective. And please know that we haven't had a correction, which is more than a 10% drop in 4 years. And we also haven't seen as much of an increase as we have today in 4 years as well, since 2011. So you may have forgotten that this is all a normal part of how the markets work. The tricky part is that it's been going up for so long that we kind of forgot that occasionally it goes down. And unfortunately, it ends up going down in sort of dramatic moves sometimes, especially when there are a few different factors, like what's going on in China, like the slight interest rate increase that are compounding to cause this kind of an effect in the markets. So it's kind of like there's a sale at your favorite store. If you have a little bit of cash, now could be actually the best time to buy in. Yes, energetically will all help the market to be able to go up, but you'll be able to get some stocks or even just an index fund, which shows the whole market. Essentially, it invests in small amounts from a lot of different companies. And in being able to invest in that, then you end up getting some of the upside by buying in now, okay? And if you sell more, then you end up worsening the problem. And that will have you miss out on the uptick because you're out of those stocks, thus not giving them the chance to rally and for you to get back that money, okay? So for the people that got out of the 2008 downturn, like the client that I mentioned, then she was kicking herself at that. And so many, thousands of people were who pulled out after 2008 and then missed the huge rebound that's happened in the years following. So that's the second point. I'm talking on time. Okay, I'm good. Third point now. If you are, in case you're interested, it's at selfworthbook.com. It's so good. I love this book. I wrote it with a therapist, and we cover a lot around the emotions of money. If you haven't shared this yet, please swipe across, swipe up, follow me. I'll give you so much more when it comes to money tips and motivation and really insights to be able to deal with everything that's happening now in our world. And your followers would really love to hear this grounding information too. Third one. If you're approaching, oh, thanks for the hearts. I love to love. If you're approaching or in retirement, okay, I want you to pay attention to how much you really need. Most of that money you would be able to leave and let ride, okay? And if you have a low risk tolerance for some reason, then I want you to notice why that is. Is it from old past fears? And I talk a lot about that in the book. Is it because you actually need the money? And if you need the money, then we need to set up a strategy for you to have a certain amount in cash. But the reality is that even if you're approaching retirement, you likely have money coming in from a whole bunch of different sources. Okay, so you may have some Social Security, you may have some pension, you may have dividends, you may have some real estate, like I own some property, and so I have rental income coming off of that property. that can help provide you income on a regular basis. So, for example, if you spend $5,000 a month, but you have $4,000 coming in, I don't want you to think, oh my God, I'm going to need $60,000. That's $5,000 a month times 12 months. You don't, actually. You only need $1,000 because you have this $4,000 coming in from other sources. You see that? $5,000 of a need, $4,000 covered, $1,000 left. So yeah, you would need $12,000, let's say, to pull out over the next year. So I want you to think, really what are my needs and really what am I worried about, so that you can right size your fear to align with when you're really going to need the money. Because again, we don't want to have money in the market that's going to have us stay up at night. We put money in the market because overall the growth pattern will show that it does go up over time, and in general that is your best bet to be making more money, to be able to grow your money. It's just one of the most straightforward ways to be able to do that. So let me hear from you real quick. What is it that you're worried about? What have you noticed with yourself when it comes to this current stock market crash and today's stock market rebound? Just let me know. Send me a couple comments. Send me some hearts. Let's just have a quick engagement here and tell me what's going on for you so that I can help you through that real quick before I go here today. As I covered all the points that I wanted to. And really, this is to help ground you so that you can breathe through this, ride the roller coaster, ride the wave, because some days are going to be better and some days are going to be worse, but I don't want it to start affecting your health and your blood pressure and your well-being in the process. So share with me. You got any comments for me? Tell me what's going on for you. What did you tune in today? Maybe because it's me, which I really appreciate. But what is it that's going on for you, particularly around what's happening in the market? What do you got for me today? You guys are so quiet. Okay, well, I'm going to let you be quiet then. And let's see. I'm trying to get back on Twitter more. I'm not on it very much. Honestly, I'm on Facebook a lot more. So if you have anything, you can probably post it to my personal page at Belinda Rosenblum. First watcher. Does that mean that it's your first time watching me? That would be super cool. If that's the case, then please swipe to the side or swipe up and follow me. I would love to have you join me on other. Oh, great. Well, welcome aboard. I scope about every day. I'll do a quick introduction again since you just came on. Again, my name is Belinda Rosenblum. I founded a company called ownyourmoney.com. And the principle really of owning your money is you can let go of the judgment and shame and guilt and the fear and all the stuff that we hold on to that doesn't really support what we want and our dreams and our goals in life. We learn to let go of all of that to step into a new place of power and greatness and freedom with our money. The result? You make more, you save more, and you stress less about your money. And so part of these daily scopes are geared towards you from a personal finance standpoint, both on the motivation side and on the tactical, strategic stuff that you can be doing, as well as, and like today is kind of on the emotional and on the strategic side. And also for the entrepreneurs, I'd say probably half of, maybe 50 or 60% of my clients are all entrepreneurs and making money and finding new ways to really step into their greatness and own their power as a business owner is a super important part of what I do too. So I scope on that as well. Yesterday I talked about high payoff activities. You can still access that scope. And keep going with me. I am putting my scopes on catch.me with a KATCH.me for now, and then we'll start to put them on a YouTube channel down the road, because I just feel like the more people can get this information and take this in and start to shift how they are and who they are with money, the world would be a better place. You can step more into that place of gratitude and attracting what you really want in your life once you're not held back by your money, but really allowing yourself to grow. Thanks, can't wait to read your book. Oh, awesome. Fantastic. Well, I don't know where you're located, but please let me know and let me know your first name, because when I see your order come through, they run them by me in case I know them and I autograph them if I do. And when we do a download, obviously I can't autograph it. Australia. Wow, that's so cool. Well, you might end up getting the download, but if you decide to get the book, then I'm happy to autograph it for you. Thanks so much, Mark. Welcome, welcome. And my husband's name is Mark, so I have a special place in my heart for our Marks. And I would love to send you a book, and I would love to autograph it for you. So again, that's at selfworthbook.com. I never really thought about even including my book in any of these scopes, but one of my colleagues, Lewis Howes, does it regularly about his upcoming book, and it just got me thinking, you know what, if you like me, you'll love the book. So, okay, thanks everybody. Anything else you want to post real quick? I'm going to go pick up the kids for 5 o'clock Eastern time here. You on Australia, you're at the total other end of your world. You're just starting your day, so I hope that all that goes well. And I look forward to scoping with you more. Again, I'm at #MoneyCoachScope, and my website is ownyourmoney.com. Thanks so much. Thanks for all the hearts, folks. Love the heart party that happens at the end. And I wish I could heart you guys, because I just love all of you who listen and share and comment. It's all great. Love the purple, love the green. There you are. Look, love the purple. Fantastic. Well, thanks so much. Heart, heart, heart to you. And I'll talk more soon. And stay tuned for lots more on money, motivation, and paying off debt, saving more, and stressing less about all of it. Take care. Belinda Rosenblum with Own Your Money. Bye-bye. Thanks again.